All right, good evening, Priya. Let's start with Patanjali sir.
Okay, so thank you, Ravi, and I request everybody else to mute themselves so that no voice could disturb the interview process. So, Priya, what was your major means? What was your specialization during your MA in English literature?
Sir, actually, in MA in English literature, there was no such specialization, but yes, I opted for post-colonial studies, Canadian studies, and I opted for dissertation. That was in disability studies, and there was one viva for us. So I can say disability studies is the new thing that I'm trying these days.
Very good. That's a wonderful area. Will you please tell me that what is the difference between disability and impairment?
Okay, so sir, disability and impairment are two different terms defining two different situations. Disability is sometimes it may be like you are not able to do something because you are born with somebody is born with some what should I say, abnormalency, to quote the term. And there is a debate going on in the normal and abnormal things, and impairment is a thing that suddenly something stops working. It's not in the sync as it should be. So we can say that, and impairment is a thing that we can acquire, anybody can acquire at any point of time. Like, for example, God forbid, but if I'm sitting right now, but if ceiling falls and I lose my one leg or one my hand, my one eye, that may lead me to impairment. And disability is something that we are born with. Like, that is how I will define that as
Okay.
per my knowledge. Thank you.
Okay, okay. So, since you have opted for disability studies, and it is a new area emerging in the field of literature, in any literature.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, can you please repeat that? I was not able to get that.
Okay. You please, then I will start. Okay.
Sorry, sir. Yes.
Okay. So, I was saying that disability is a new area, specifically if we talk about the literature. So, which theory is more closer to disability studies? Which literary theory?
Sir, if we go about literary theory, I think there are many theories which talk like with which we can relate to disability, like disabled, or it may we may relate it with post-colonial studies, like disabled. Even black people with of color, they are disabled. They are not put into the centers. Right, women are disabled. Why? Because they are not given any space. So we can relate it with post-colonial studies. We can relate it with feminist studies. We can even relate it with Dalit literature. We can go for deconstruction studies as well. So there are a lot of theories that we can relate disability studies with,
Okay.
as per my
So
knowledge.
my
Yes,
question,
sir.
my question was much more means inclination, sociological inclination. I was asking in regard of sociological.
Okay. Sorry, sir, I was not able to get it. In sociological inclination, we can say that we can work on social model of disability where society, creates distinctions between normal people and people who are not quote unquote abnormal, who are not normal, and the societal rules. Is my background noise disturbing you all? Shall I move somewhere else, or is it okay?
Okay. By the way, background noise is there, but no problem. You continue.
Okay, thank you, sir. So, in social model, and we can also relate it with Wolfgang Ischer's theory of social role valorization, where we talk about, like, if we give some important places people with disability in society, then they can feel esteemed, and it's not out of pity. No, it's out of equality. That's what I think.
Okay. So, for example, if you're going for your PhD, so your area will be disability studies only.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, will you tell me that which institution is working in the field of disability area, in the field of disability, specifically statutory institution in our country? Which one is there?
Sir, we can say. Ji. So we can say that there is Ministry of Home Affairs. They are looking for that. They are working in that direction. There are many NGOs.
That is not a statutory institution. I am asking for the statutory institution. That which statutory institution is working in the field of disability studies? Let me give you some hint: disability studies and rehabilitation.
Okay, sir, I'm not aware of this section right now, but I'll go and update myself upon the same.
Rehabilitation Council of India is the statutory institution which focuses
Okay.
specifically in the area of disability sort of thing, and they try to give the formula for rehabilitate those people who have been marginalized due to any reasons. And specifically, one more question to this area. After that, I will move towards another area. Some voice is there.
Yes, sir. Excuse me for a minute. Actually, another meeting is going on, and my brother is in that. So just excuse me for a
Okay,
minute.
yes, no problem, no problem.
Yes, sir. This is better. Yes.
For people, what standard term is being used nowadays?
So people with disability.
Sorry, it is supposed to be supposed to consider as a derogatory term.
So
Nowadays,
people with different abilities,
nowadays we are saying it as differently.
differently able people. Yes, sir.
And if you call somebody disabled people, he or she may
It
feel
is.
offended, and they will object to you. So my suggestion is that whenever you are using, you can use quotations, and apart from that you use differently abled people or differently abled students or differently abled children. In Hindi nowadays we are knowing that our prime minister has given a very subtle term as divyang, that is also being used, but somehow that is not also considered a good term. So standard
Yes,
term
sir.
for English is differently abled people.
Differently able. Yes,
Sometimes
sir.
we call it special children, special students.
Yes, special children.
Special students means any gifted person also may be a special, that may be considered as a special, means who has some special advantage in any certain area. So these terms are being used. So while speaking on these things, be sociologically very clear, and apart from that use the standard terms, and I will refer you that you go through some regulations also, so that you can have a clear cut idea. You go to the website of Rehabilitation Council of India, there you will
Okay.
get ample informations. So
Okay, sir. Thank you.
so since because
Please,
that is
please.
your area, so questions may be from that way. Uh,
Okay, sir.
Apart from that, let me know two or three more things. One
Yes,
thing
sir.
is that, for example, if I say that I need one journal in the field of disability studies, can you tell me?
Sir, it's a Keystone Journal from America. They are publishing it. It is there. And sir, there is actually I know about books like I have given my papers. There is a Rhetorica Quarterly from University of Lucknow, Department of English. It also takes in one section of disability. It's a quarterly journal, so it also talks about the same.
Okay, and you have studied literary theories at length during your PG courses.
Yes, sir. Yes, I can say that.
Okay, so tell me three specific books which you would like to recommend me. For example, I am a beginner. I have not studied English literature during my graduation, so I need three books which may range from simple to complex. What would you suggest me?
Sir, actually, as I have been suggested throughout my student life and scholar's life, it's Peter Barry's The Beginning Theory. This is the, what should I say, compact book for each and every theory, each and every part of criticism that you want to read. So this will be my very first, and I think the last suggestion as well, because it carries in itself great lengths and great examples about it. And others I will recommend essays, different essays to understand different criticism, a theory or schools of criticism, not entire length books. So for if we want to understand about RSA, ISA, that is ideological state apparatus and repressive state apparatus, we can go to Louis Althusser. If we want to learn about the importance and the some techniques of Russian formalism, we can talk about art as device. Sorry, sir.
Basically, since I suppose that you could not follow my question very correctly. My question was that I'm a beginner. I have not learned anything during my graduation, and I have no background of literature. That is why I'm asking you for some books. So I needed some basic books, and after that some complex, then some most complex, so that I can have a comprehensive idea about the literary theories. No problem with that. Will you please define what is theory? Will you please tell me, in literary theory, we understanding literary term, then what is theory? How do you define theory?
So theory, we can define that it is set of ideas, set of rules, which are centered towards one discipline, and they describe about that thing.
Thank you.
That is what I describe theory as.
Thank you. Done,
Thank you.
Dr. Ravi.
All right, Dr. Jaiswal.
Ravi sir,
Abhishek?
you're not audible, sorry.
I'm sorry.
You are not audible.
Abhishek sir? Abhishek sir?
Yes,
Are you
sir.
there? Yeah, please ask some questions.
Hi, Priya.
Hello sir, good evening.
A very good evening. So, first, I would like to know your interest.
You may ask her questions about the University of Lucknow because you both belong to the same university.
Oh, that's a great honor. Yes, sir.
I can sense the language and the way she was expressing, because there are many things that she has spoken, and I heard from my teachers even, like Nakshi Pava and
Yes,
also-
sir.
Okay, we
Yes,
have
sir.
7
Sir,
minutes
I'm serving as a
we have
research-
7 minutes
sorry.
for this interview, so
Okay.
yeah, please
Okay,
continue.
well.
Yes,
So
Abhishek.
we can talk later. Now, tell me, what is your interest? Poetry or novel or drama or fiction?
Sir, as if to say right now, according to my stage where I belong, I can say I'm a jack of all but master of none. Personally, I like short stories. I like reading them. Why? Because they give you a quick picture and you enjoy them and you cherish them. And the thing is, you can, retain them very easily. So I like short stories.
Okay, good. So this may be one of the genres, but can you tell me, do you like prose or poetry? Simply
Prose, of course, prose.
Okay. So, have you heard about Elizabethan era?
Yes, sir.
So, can you differentiate the prose style of Elizabethan era, and can you compare with the prose of modernism?
Okay.
What are the basic difference that you can notice?
Yes, sir. Sir, what the basic difference that I find in modern era vis-a-vis the Elizabethan times, I can say that in Elizabethan times, things were more, lively. They were written on, it was although prose, but still they had a rhythm. Completion of ideas was there. They used to complete the idea, describe things in detail. But now at modern times, as I should say, absurdism is even visible in prose. You are reading novels, you are reading short stories, and for exact example, if we read On a Winter's Night by Italo Calvino, so you don't know where to start from, what to read. Stream of consciousness is there. You don't know who is talking, from whose point of view you are reading. So this is the basic, and I think is the most important difference that I find between the two.
Okay, good answer. You have taken the advantage of your previous questions that are asked, what is theory?
Yes, sir. I
Can
think.
you name some favorite prose writing? It may be drama or fiction of modern time.
Yes, sir. I can say that I like Virginia Woolf's To the Lighthouse
Okay, good.
prose, and I like I like Indian novelists a lot. I like The Guide. I like Kanthapura. So I'm into them.
Okay, did you get that question correct? Where does
Okay,
Raju
Priya.
go?
Okay, Priya. I have two questions.
Yes,
Priya,
sir.
this is
Yes, sir.
Santosh Misra.
Yes.
Have you read the story, short story, The Dream of Ridiculous Man by Dostoevsky?
Not yet, sir, but I'll surely read it.
Please read it.
Okay.
And okay,
Sir,
there
can
is
can you
second
please
question.
repeat that? The
That is
dream
Dream
of
of a Ridiculous Man.
a ridiculous man. Okay, by Dostoevsky. Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Since you told us that you love short stories, and that is the zenith of short stories.
Okay,
Okay.
sir, I'll surely read it. Yes.
And second question, that what do you think about the character of Mrs. Ramjay into the
Okay.
Lighthouse?
Mrs. Ramsey is the most important character we can say, but actually, sir, in modern novel we cannot say that who is the important character because there is no center. They do not follow center. But yet, as Virginia Woolf was a feminist writer, we can say that Mrs. Ramsay could be called as the protagonist of the novel, and it's her one day. It's just one day of her life on which the entire novel is based. She is preparing for a party. She is in her
How
stream of
does she
consciousness.
differ? How does she differ from her husband? Just come to the point. How does she differ from her husband?
Sir, that I cannot find out right now, but I will try to find that out, sir.
Okay, so it means actually you yourself told that you love to the Lighthouse. That's why
Yes, sir, I
I
like,
asked.
but yes, sir, but I have not read the differentiation of the characters. I'll surely read it, sir.
Okay, please.
All right.
Okay, over to you,
Yeah.
Ravi.
Yeah, Rajni, do you have one question for Priya? You may ask one question.
Sir, aren't we running out of time?
It's 8:40, so we have 2 minutes. You can ask her one question if you wish.
Okay, Priya, like you said that you are interested in women's studies also, right?
Yes.
Have you read Jane Eyre?
Not to the core, ma'am. I have read the summary.
Are you aware with the characters? Like the main characters?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you aware with the character of Bertha Mason?
Yes, ma'am.
You are? So,
Yes.
like you said that women are also disabled. So can you
Yes, ma'am.
relate the character of Bertha Mason to your statement?
Yes, ma'am. The character of Bertha Mason gives somewhere the concept of depressed, like suppressed feminist thought in the novel, and she is hidden, she is covered, she is put under the wraps by her husband, and later she is defined as hysterical. She is defined as mad. So, because she was not given proper care, proper importance, proper place in the society, and that led her for an reverse behavior, and then she was turned that she is disabled, she is hysterical. So, the treatment we give to women, and then we expect that they will be darlings and they will be angels of the house. So, this is, reverted in that story, and at the end, it is said that she was mad, she burned the house, and at the end she died also. She was given no importance in the novel, in that Jane Eyre novel. But when we read about White Sargasso Sea, it is written from her point of view, exploring her story. So I think that is a justification to Bertha Mason.
All right, thank you, Priya. Let's now give her her feedback, and then we will conclude. Yeah, feedback. Anybody, Patanjali sir, any feedback for her?
Yes, of course, there are some feedback. She's a good candidate, but the only problem with her is that she is not listening to the question very, very carefully. So basically, you have to opt for the intentions of the experts, that what they are asking. So that is very, very important. And another thing is that when you are asked the questions, then what you are doing, that you are going into somehow here and there. Means you're not counting. So be specific for that. Third feedback is that whenever you are using technical terms, be clear about that. For example, when you are using disabilities and when you are talking about that areas, so means have the conceptual clarity of those areas. Otherwise, you have means, for example, means I suppose that other experts will be agreeing with me that means what you are doing, that you are talking only those things on which you are very good. If you are not knowing it, those questions which are being asked, there is no problem with that. Sorry sir, I have not gone through this. There is no problem with that. Do not wander around that.
Okay.
So be very very careful. Because why I am saying this, Priya, because what happens during interview, you have to read the psychology of the experts also, that what they means at that point of time. You may be right for something, but at that point of time you should at least listen to the experts very very carefully and be around those questions, and always try to be with them. Do not try to uh, be against of them, although you are not doing that. But somehow I felt that you should be
More humble. Okay.
more humble, more convincing, and do not move around. Be on point, be on stick. Because as a literature students, there is a problem with us that we try to go into details a lot. And the intention of the expert is not that. They're not asking those things which you are answering. Basically, they're asking specific things. They want to listen some specific points. So